I see some sadness in your eyes. I see a grain of depression in them, and those are eyes full of doubt in yourself. And yeah, I understand. Every one of us has these days where things go wrong, and the days when you feel really broken, when you feel out of place and just completely unsatisfied with yourself. It's not like some major like tragedy has to happen. For me personally, it's just the thoughts, and I do not usually have the particular reason to have these thoughts in the first place, but they just occur and they're eating me from inside. From inside, and today I wanted to share my methods that I use when dealing with bad mood and the feeling of uncertainty. Let's get straight into it. Alright, the first thing that I have to say is that usually, no matter how hard you try, when you start like the initial phase of having these thoughts, is you straight up go victim mode, and you try to convince yourself, you try to self-destruct, convince yourself that the situation that you're currently in is 10 times worse than it is actually. And am not saying it to blame you. Do not mean it in any negative way. It's just how our body works. We try to make ourselves seem like we are the greatest victim in the world, and that our situation is totally unfathomable. And of course, it is not the case 99% of the time. But when the situation occurs, you can fight it. And what my advice will be is that you can't really do much about it. Just take your time. Maybe try to convince yourself that there are some people on planet Earth who have it 10 times worse than you, who do not have food, who do not have like even internet connection to watch this video. But that for me personally usually doesn't work, because it is really hard to project this type of situation onto your life. You're not really used to being left without food or some other crucial things, so it's hard to take the place of this person. And once that initial phase is gone, I have to say that our body is really smart and self-sufficient. And like time is the greatest healer when it comes to feeling depressed. Like just take an hour, maybe 10 minutes. It is different to every person. And once that time is gone, you will just automatically start thinking to yourself, like, maybe this situation that I'm currently in isn't that bad. Maybe I was just overthinking. But that is not the end. Because from this point, you can easily go back to overthinking and self-hating. made you dinner today or breakfast, when she like wished you good luck, or like if the weather today was nice and you did not have to be really freezed, like the wind was not that fast and annoying. It is really useful when dealing with like those stressful and depressing situations. And like I think that I took the wrong examples. For example, what I like to do, like usually you have these thoughts when you are forced to do something you do not really love to do. Like for example, when you wake up and you have to go to school, and combined with some other thoughts, it is even harder to force yourself into going to school or university. What I like to do is I like to think about the things that wait for me when I arrive home. For example, like I love to play video games or watch my like favorite streamer, and it kind of motivates me to like just get through this stuff. And also you can use the initial phase of making things worse in your head than they actually are. You can turn it into an advantage. And usually, when you push yourself this far into thinking that everything is very bad, you kinda start feeling like the outsider. Like the outsider. Start feeling like the main hero, that everyone abandoned him and everything is wrong in his life, but he still manages to find strength in him to push through this situation and get away, and come out as a winner, regardless of the circumstances. So yeah, you can really use that also. My next advice will be going out with your friends, or maybe even like one your best friend, cause you can't really tell me that these thoughts, like bad thoughts, appear in your head that much when you are not alone. It is usually when you are alone you start self-sabotaging, and when there is no one to talk to, your own thoughts start to devour you. But what you should really do is go out with your friend, let it all out, talk with him about your thoughts, or maybe you will just completely forget about them, and you will talk about some funny stuff, like maybe you will laugh. Of course you will, because it's your friend, why wouldn't you laugh? You will laugh, maybe grab a snack, cause maybe you're just hungry. It may seem as a joke and like some childish irrelevant stuff compared to like philosophical thoughts, but your body cannot really function that well without the proper nutrition and energy. And when you eat something, especially if it's delicious, your dopamine skyrockets, and it better be healthy, by the way. Your dopamine skyrockets, and you instantly start feeling better. So yeah, maybe just grab a snack, go out with your friends, let it out, and it will get better for you. I promise. Another thought that helps me get through harsh periods of my life is that those type of situations are necessary to value and appreciate times where you're happy. Because you cannot be like every day cannot be like the happiest day of your life. It's all about the contrast. It's like about the comparison. Because if all your days were good, then none of them will be good. Actually, you have to have something to compare to. And even if your day is like one of the worst day in your life, just know that when this stuff ends, then the bright period of your life will take place, and everything will start feeling 10 times better than it was before. Cause you really start appreciating even the smallest things after you go out that depressed and sad state. Yeah, and here my last advice would be maybe the real root of your depression lies in the fact that you do not get enough of quality sleep. Because sleep is one of the most important and vital things in our life. Because without proper sleep, as well as without proper food, your body will not recover from the adversities it has to face every day. And you'll just be really depleted in terms of energy. And it is really hard to enjoy life when you do not have energy for that. So, this video is supposed